Good morning and welcome to another episode of Farmer Sim 2019 with me, Stockoglaws. I hope you're well. I always kind of rub my hands together when I start recording. Don't know why. So it's a lovely morning here, and yeah, so all the fields are sown, ready for they are growing. Let's just check and see our soil composition. I can't say the word. Yes, our fields are full of weeds, so that's going to be our job for today, is to de-weed the fields. And for us to do that, we're going to need we use you, there's no reason why. So let's start you up, and we've got a de-weeder. Yeah, that's the technical term for it. The de-weeder is that thing there. But looking at it, we may need to buy another one, so Ewan can help us out. So just check the shop and see how much these de-weeders are, because it might be quite handy to have another one. What are they called? Weeders. 18,000 we can get one. That's pretty good. So let's buy that one. Cool. So we set up Ewan. Let's go pick that up. Yeah, so I've done a bit of maintenance and I've cleaned some of the vehicles. As you can see, it looks all nice and shiny. Those beacons are shining nice and brightly. The cow overnight, the cows have dirted themselves. You see the cleanliness level is down to. Somebody did say their OCD is driving them mad to clean this up. So let me see if I can do that now. Okay. I haven't had much experience with the landscaping tool, but we'll give it a go. Okay, so we want to paint. F1. I have to bring this up because I can't remember. X. So painting and change the switch. Okay, is that road? Which one of these is road? Oh, is that it? How do you change the radius? Let's make it small. Oh, I don't own the land. That's not it, is it? No. Tab. That don't look too bad. Actually, I think that's it. Well, I can't cover the bit I don't own, so it's not going to let me fix that, unfortunately. There we go. Anyway, well, it's cost me a fortune. And I didn't actually manage to do anything, but there we go, peeps. I did try. Let's get rid of that. Let's go pick up the weeder, and we'll start some weeding. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a weeding episode. It needs to be done. We need to start bringing in some money, because we're all out of money. The total mix ration, we're down to 24%, so we need to look at that soon. So we get we've got the grass to cut as well, so there's plenty to do. And it takes time. Okay. I still haven't hooked up my my steering wheel. I've got the heavy equipment steering wheel. I just haven't managed to hook it up. Is there a weight here? Yes, there is. I might connect the front weight. That's right on the other side. So I haven't managed to set it up. So I am using my keyboard. I think somebody mentioned in the last episode, am I still using the controller? But no, it's the keyboard I'm using. But I will hook it up one day. I might do it for a live stream. The thing is, I've been playing Farm Sim for a long time, and I am so used to the keyboard and mouse. It's unreal. And when I go onto the, using the the steering wheel and the pedals. I don't know any of the buttons, and it's a big learning curve for me. You know, I'm very much stuck in my ways. So what we do is we're starting off on this one. There we go. Alright, off you pop. We'll jump into you. And we'll do this little one up here. So yeah, the weeding is a bit of a pain, but kind of makes it a little bit more realistic. You know, you can imagine there will be some weeds growing in the farm, but I'm kind of waiting for Courseplay to be released. I am trying to keep an eye on what's going with Courseplay, but at the moment, don't want to turn you on. I just want to take out all the weeds, please. Yeah, we certainly don't want to plant grass, because we've got some grass seed in there at the moment. I just want to take out as much weeds as possible. So let me just check something. Weeds. Okay, there's a tiny little bit on the edges I missed there, but okay. We're doing it. Cool. You'll probably see me go up and down a few times, and then what I'll do is I'll speed it up, put some music on. Yeah, I really like the the previous episode's music track. It was pretty cool. Oh, don't turn that on. Wrong button. It's a little bit difficult to see where you've been. I think it's just suck it and see. But yeah, weeding. It's okay. It's still early. It's just before 8 o'clock. You know, we've had our lovely breakfast, and we're busy working in the field yet again. It looks like we've got to clean the cows as well. The cleanliness down to 68%, which isn't very good. But yeah, as promised, I will I'll put some music on and see you guys in a sec.
I have to say I'm kinda proud. I got my dancing shoes on, and I'm feeling dangerous. Let's get this party started. Yeah, we gon' be adventurous. We went to the club like we always do. This girl caught my eye, said, how do you do? She said, I am not interested, thank you. Then she left the room. Bartender, I'll have the usual. Give me the usual. I'll take the usual. I'll have the usual. Give me the usual. Another usual. Nothing's wrong with me yet, but maybe this bow tie was too much. I just have to be cool, looking like I'm Clint Eastwood. Ain't the bad or ugly, my mama said that I'm the good. We went to the club like we always do. This girl caught my eye, said, how do you do? She said, I am not interested, thank you. Then she left the room. Bartender, I'll have the usual. Give me the usual. I'll take the usual. I'll have the usual. Give me the usual. Another usual.
Okay. Thinking about it, you know, this took a little while, probably about 10 minutes to do, and I don't think I've done an amazing job. Yeah, there's still a little bit there, but I'm not going to worry about that. We should have sprayed it, really. It's probably the easiest. Where it's a bit more expensive, it's probably the easiest thing to do. Yeah, we're going to put this to one side while we actually fertilize the field. I'm going to stick you here. I'm not using the plough for a little while. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, so we could have sprayed it. In fact, I might spray the other one actually. What have we got in here? We have herbicide. Okay. Gonna need a bit more, I think. So let's go pop to the shop, get some herbicide, and then we'll spray the other big field. I think Ewan's doing a good job. How's he getting on? He's halfway done, which is good. But yeah, thinking about it, spraying is probably easier. But it's good to have Ewan doing something. Once we get on another tractor, we'll make use of the other weeder. In the whole scheme of things, wasn't that expensive. Is that herbicide on the side there? I think it is. There we go. Okay, and let's purchase another pallet of herbicide. There we go. Lovely. That should be more than enough to get that other field done. Well, you can really feel the weight difference with the herbicide in compared to what it was like before. It feels very yeah, the steering feels really loose, as it should do. You know, there's a lot of weight. What's that? 2,000 litres, 2,200. I think that's about 2.2 ton. Roughly, I think it's about 1,000. It's about 1 ton to 1,000 litres, I believe. Well, it is in hydraulic oil, but I think it's the same with water or herbicide, possibly. Just costs us a bit more money to do it this way, but needs must. Let's extend that. I think this thing extends. It's fairly big, isn't it? I do need a front weight on this. So let's go G, and how do I raise it up? Don't want to raise it up too far, as you can see. Ooh, I can't remember the spray having this kind of animation. Is this new? I think that might be new. Or I just can't remember it. Either way, it looks pretty cool. I do love the way it just gets rid of the weeds. Like pretty much straight away. You see the colour of the weeds, they look quite pretty. They look like nice flowers. As soon as you spray over them, they disappear. Probably need to raise that a little bit higher. What's quite nice when you've got a field of weeds like this is you can actually see where you've been. So it's a little bit easier to go up and down the field. Where using the other type of weeder is quite difficult. But I think these are quite mature. I think these are like the second stage growth. So we need to get them done as soon as possible. And then what we've got to do, we've got to fertilize the fields. That's what we've got to do. So we haven't finished yet. you can kind of see the weeds dying. They're like a grey, kind of dull colour. So we can kind of see where we've been, which is great. Well, I've subjected you to one lot of music. So what I do is I'll just pause it here, and I'll be back once the field is done. Okay, so good news. All the fields now should be totally de-weeded. Apart from field 13, which isn't ours yet. So yeah, all our fields are de-weeded. I did miss a bit here, but all the other fields are looking pretty good. Ewan's done a cracking, sterling job, as we expect. So all we got to do now is fertilize. We've got a second load of fertilization to do. So that's our next job. So we just put the weeder away. In hindsight, I probably wish I didn't buy the weeder, but we use it. It's fine. It's one of those jobs that Ewan and Zachary can probably get done around the farm when there isn't much else to do. We'll just put you down over here. So what I want to do... Oh, gosh. Press the wrong button. What I want to do is... press G and then Q. Let's try and use some of this manure. We haven't got a manure spreader, I don't think. We've got a liquid. We've got a liquid manure spreader here, which, if we look in our slurry, we've got 20,000 litres, so we're going to use this first as it's free. So let's connect that, refill. Yes, please. I like the way it asked me, like, what do you want to put in there? Yeah, just put some water in there or something. Drinking water, it'll be fine. We're only going to be using this for slurry. And if I remember, the width of this isn't so big. Okay. Right. You can see the problem using this. Let's turn that off and let's get off the field because it's actually ruining my crop. So we can't use this, unfortunately, on the second stage growth. We can only use it on the first stage growth, so that was a mistake. Don't worry, peeps. I'm just getting back into it. I'm getting back into the game. So let's do it the old-fashioned way and use the skinny tires on the the spreader here. That's a shame. Trying to use some of the slurry would have been great. We haven't got much fertilizer, so we're gonna have to go fill up because the fertilizer is so expensive. It really is. And we need to get ourselves some manure spreader as well, so we can take advantage of the slurry and the manure to fertilize our fields. So yeah, the slurry one we could have done on the first growth stage, but the second growth stage is a big no-no because the rear tires are too wide and they need to have these skinny tires to go in between the crop so it doesn't destroy the crop. So let's purchase some fertilizer. There we go. And they're well expensive. Probably going to need a couple of bags. There we go. And that means we're out of money, I believe. We've got 1,800 left. But you've got to spend money to make money. There we go. Can't quite remember how... I know using lime, this thing sort of chucks lime out at a good rate of knots, but I can't remember how the fertilizer, whether the fertilizer, it uses a lot of fertilizer. God, how many times did I say fertilizer in that conversation then? Yeah, so I think we're going to hopefully managed to fertilize all 3 fields using the amount we got in our tank. Fingers crossed, eh? Oh, it looks horrible. I can't remember the width on this thing either, but I think it's probably a bit more. A bigger spread on this one, I believe. Okay. Oh, yes. Much bigger spread. Oh, it looks awful. Can't believe I've done that. Never mind. Onwards and upwards. So we'll do these 3 fields, and then we'll clean out the cows and get that job out the way, and then kind of ready then for the fields to grow. So in the next episode, we'll be ready to harvest and bring in some money. So really, this episode and the next episode, well, this episode really, because the harvesting isn't going to take a whole episode. Just need to know what we should do next. What you want to see. I could get field number 13. I've had my eye on field number 13 for a while. But if there's something more urgent, I did say in the last episode that our short-term goals was to get the total mix ration, which we'll get at some point. The total mix ration front loading wagon, so we can make use of our hay and straw loft. So that's our short-term goals. But like what else we need? We got horses, we got cows. Maybe look at maybe get some sheep, maybe some pigs. But with that we need, I think, with pigs certainly we need a few more fields yet. So we can actually, and some silos to store the pig feed, because I imagine they eat quite a bit, and trying to keep up with it all would be quite expensive to buy in pig feed. So we don't want that to happen. And yeah, that looks okay. So yeah, but I would like to get every animal we can on this farm. I feel the farm has kind of stayed where it is. We are upgrading our equipment slowly, but I do feel that we need to how many cows? We've got 48 cows, so we're 2 off the maximum, but they will breed, so we will get the other 2 shortly. But yeah, I think I had a crazy idea that I wanted 200 cows at one point, but I'll be looking forward to what you guys put in the comments. Like I say, I do read every comment, and I really appreciate your guys' support. I know, again, this channel, I kind of promised myself that this year is going to be constant videos. Probably not 1 a day, but very close to sort of 4 or 5 a week. And yeah, unfortunately, due to computer problems, that didn't quite happen, but thank you guys for sticking with me, and as long as my computer stands up to the test of time, I will be producing videos for you. I've got my eye on a few other games that I'm thinking of live streaming, but if there's anything in particular that you'd like to see, then yeah, also please leave your comments down below. Okay, cool. Well, I will finish off these fields. I'll be back shortly. And here we are on our last pass on field number 11. I think it's number 11. Yep. And as I was thinking, we might as well put another. I don't know whether it affects having a double fertilizer on the grass field, but as we're here and we haven't used as much fertilizer as I thought, we're still at over 4,000. So I'm going to spread a bit of love over on the grass field to hopefully increase the yield of the grass. We'll see if that works. I'm not sure, but as Derek Trotter says, he who dares. So let's head on over. Hit that car. Okay. I have no idea whether this is going to work or not. Okay, it's taken it. It's shown as it's double fertilizing, but whether the yield is increased or not, I don't know. I'm probably wasting fertilizer here, but and then once we've done this, all the fields are done. They're ready to grow into the crop that they've always wanted it to be. So we can chop them and collect them and sell them at market. So that's the plan. Probably move over a bit more. There we go. That looks good to me. So yep, we're cleaning out the cows, and let's turn that off. We'll clean out the cows, and that'll probably be it for this episode. So yeah, we've done a lot of sort of prep work, getting the fields up together, and probably a schoolboy error was to buy the other weeder, but it's okay. We will use it at some point, I'm sure. There we go. Let's turn you off and jump into the starer. We need to change the bale fork. We need to change that over to the bucket so we can clean the cows. I think they got enough straw. We got enough water. That 53% water. I'll put it somewhere so you can see. So yeah, productivity at 97% because of cleanliness level. Water's got plenty of water, plenty of straw. We got grass doesn't matter, nor does hay. Nor does silage, and the total mixed ration is 24%. So we just need to keep on that and make sure we do that next episode. So what I'll do is I'll just put the bale fork here. There we go. We'll pick up the bucket. Delilah. Is it Deliza? Dearliza, I think it is. It's got a bit of silage in there already. So I just tend to sort of line myself up. There we go. And literally just scrape it on the floor. Very nice. And nothing goes to waste in a farm, as you all know. We'll put that back in. There we go. Cool. Right. I will see you all very soon. So thank you so much for watching. My name is Stockoglaws. This is Farming Simulator 2019. Take care and ciao for now.